Alright, in this clip, we are going to fix the timing issues we mentioned in the previous clip. We will as well retime or change the camera movements. Alright, so right now I'd like to start by delaying the animation of the gramophones. If you follow the previous module, I'm sure you know how to do that. Let's open the mesh editor and go inside the mesh delay here. Oh, it didn't work, there we go. Perfect. So if you remember here, there is the time offset slider, which is offsetting the entire animation for the gramophones, for that mesh network. So right now, our animation is starting around frame 30. Let's have a look. And oh yeah, I will need to change my camera to see clearly. So let's go to camera 1. And yeah, I can see that the animation of my gramophone, my first one, is appearing around frame 35, 30, 35. So I will need to delay that to appear after everything else, which is around frame 65, 70, when the floral shapes are totally here. Okay, so let's try that and put a time offset here of 65. And let's have a look. Yeah, floral shapes are done, and then we have the gramophone. Perfect. Now, my time slider doesn't seem to be long enough to have the entire animation, so let's increase it to 150. That should work. And there we go. We got the entire animation here. So the gramophones are done by frame 130 approximately, but let's keep a little bit of frames after. Okay, cool. This works for me. I'd like now to modify a little bit my camera movement because remember we animate that camera and the last frame was frame 110. So we'll need to move that frame to frame 150. So let's do that. Make sure you are working with camera 1 here, so you select it, and then to select the camera and modify its attributes, you want to click on that button. Here you can see camera 1 is now selected. And if I do Ctrl A, I can access the channel box and see that I have a keyframe here. And you can see here as well with the little red bar. So I'll do a right click at frame 110 and click on copy. Now we'll go frame 150 and I will do a right click again on frame 150. If I can do the right click, there we go. And I will click on past and past here. There we go. And now nothing is happening between these two keyframes because of course they are the same. So let's come over here and delete that keyframe. There we go. Now we got our camera movement from frame 1 to 150. Of course, it's a bit slower than the original camera movement, but I think it's gonna be fine. Alright, now we are going to repeat this process with the camera 2. So let's go ahead and go into panel perspective and select camera 2. So same thing here, I will click on that icon to select the camera and I can see that I got exactly the same thing here and the last frame is 110. So let's do a right click on that guy, copy, let's go frame 150, right click, and past, and I will come over here and delete that keyframe. And let's play that shot to see. And yeah, I think the movement is great as well here. It's a bit slower, but it's good because the movement was a bit fast as well, I think. Alright, let's do camera 3 now. So let's go to panels, perspective, and select camera 3. So if you remember in the previous clip, we said that we wanted to kill entirely the camera movement for that shot because it was a bit too fast and the shot is pretty short, so I don't think we need any camera movement for that guy. So let's figure out where we should position the camera now. So at the beginning of the shot, the camera is really in the middle of the floral shape, and so it wouldn't be the best position. And at the end, it may be a bit too far away from it. So let's try to find in between. And maybe around here, frame 61 should be good. So make sure you are on frame 61 and then select the camera. And in the channel box here, I want to select all these keyframed attributes. And I will do a right click and select break connections. And that will delete all the keyframe we had for that camera. And now we are good. The shot should be still. So let's have a look. There we go. Yeah, it looks much better now. Now, to be sure that I'm not accidentally moving inside my viewer and losing my camera angle, I will come inside the view menu and click on lock camera. And as you can see, it creates this kind of gray bar all over here. It means that these attributes are locked. And if I try to move, I'm trying to scroll here or use the Alt key to move around, it doesn't work. My camera is locked. Alright, so I will go ahead and do a play blast of these new free shots and we'll meet in Premiere to see how it works with the new timing and the new camera movement. Okay, we are here in Premiere and I imported the new play blasts and put them on the top of my previous montage. And I think it looks way better now. Look at that, all the elements are building separately and I think that the timing is now way better. We really have the time to see what is going on and appreciate each element separately. So cool, I think that now I'm pretty happy with the results, so I can move ahead and in the next clip we will set the render settings to be able to render these images out of Maya. So see you there.